welcome to another yoga practice. So today's all ability yoga is nice and gentle. We will warm up the body and really get everything moving. And as well as that, as always, we'll check in with the mind and the heart. So whenever you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. Now this can be anywhere. You could be seated on a seat, you could be lying down, you can have your legs out in front, whatever is comfortable from you. You'll see I'm sitting up on a cushion because that's how I feel today. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. So come to your comfortable space, lengthen up through the spine, and let's gently close our eyes. And I would like you to just focus on breathing, just as it comes. So inhaling in and exhaling out. If you've not already done so, start breathing in and out through the nose. And you're trying to lengthen the breath each time that you inhale. And the same again as you exhale. And I really encourage you to feel the breath being drawn in from every last part of the body. So every time you inhale, it's as if you're lifting everything up. And a big exhale to let it go. And keeping your eyes closed, we will set our affirmation for today. And today's affirmation is all about reflection. And it's about personal reflection on how you are feeling in one moment to how you feel in another. So that journey that we always take throughout our day, our weeks, months and lives. So even if you have a think about how you feel right now, whether you're wanting to come to the mat, because sometimes you know that desire and want's not always there, but you do know it's best for you, so you turn up anyway. Or if you've had a tough day, or maybe you are feeling brilliant already, but just wherever you're at, just have a think about it. And we're going to go on a beautiful journey together, and at the end we will revisit and reflect back within. So today's affirmation is I am reflection. And by committing to being the reflection, you will reflect more. As silly as it sounds, but you will be that reflection. And it's all about reflecting within at you and how you're feeling and your behaviour and your attitude. Because we are the only person that we can focus on fully and that we really have some form of control over. So just repeat the affirmation to yourself. I am reflection. And it might take just, a few moments, a few breaths, a few times saying the affirmation for it to actually click. And then whenever you're ready, bat your eyes open and let's get started. So sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine once again, remembering the neck is an extension of the spine. We're going to inhale in, exhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Now remember that we're still warming up, so don't worry about it if you are feeling particularly tight today. Inhale back to center, we're going to go over the other side. Back to center, lengthen up again and then tuck the chin down to the chest. And then if you like, you can do a couple of little sways side to side. We do carry a lot of tension in our neck and in our shoulders. So this is good to relax. You might even take it up to the sky to stretch off the front of the neck. And then coming back to center. Well done. And let's begin to take and loosen up the shoulders, front and back, all the way round. And you're trying to think about the muscles that you're moving and just letting all that tension out the body or anything you're hanging on to. Switching directions. Good. And relax. Give it a little shake. There you go. Well done. So join the hands at the heart here. We inhale in, exhale, push away from the body. Big, big stretch. You should feel the upper shoulders beginning to open up. We're going to rise today all the way up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And a big, big, big stretch. Let's go again. Inhale in, exhale, push away. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, release. And as I release, I'm actively reaching to that side and that side of the room. Let's go again. Up and release. Beautiful. Now, we're going to do a little bit of self-massage today. Really, really important that we learn to do this. So I'm going to take my left hand onto my right shoulder and I'm just going to press down with my fingers, just running them through, noticing any areas that are particularly tight. And then you can rub gently or you can just use the pressure fingers. It makes all the difference. And it's about learning to look after your body and looking after what it needs, listening to it. And then when you're ready, try the other side, opposite hand. And I do find that pressure and putting pressure with my fingers and just running it over helps to release things. And then you can gently ease it off. And already it's beginning to feel a lot looser, which is good. So, sitting up tall once again through the spine. I'm going to take my left hand onto the ground. Right hand lifts up. I'm trying to keep the shoulder away and I'm going to go up and over. A nice big side body bend. And this time as I inhale to centre, I'm going to take my right hand behind my back. My left hand will come to my knee and I will twist into it. Coming back to centre. Let's try the opposite side. Right hand onto the ground. Reaching up with the left as tall as you can, and it's an up and over. Each side will feel different, so remember to notice. And just connect with the breath. Then inhale back. And as you do, you take the hand behind, opposite hand on the opposite knee and twist. And coming back to centre, we're going to reach all the way up and reach towards me and give a big stretch down. And again, remember, we're still warming up, so just be careful. And release. Switching legs the other way round. So the way that feels odd. And we're going to sit up tall once again. So let's see if we can flow through our stretching. So inhale up, exhale over. Big side body stretch. Catch your breath here. And then on the next inhale, come back to centre. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back to centre, opposite side, reaching up and over. And retwist. Coming back to centre, we reach up towards me, stretching, tuck the chin down to the chest. And release. Well done. So let's move on to all fours and begin our cat-cow. So I'll move that out of the way. Here we are. We're on all fours, stacking the knees underneath the hips, the wrists underneath the shoulders. I push away, pull my belly button up nice and tight. So inhale, we're here. Exhale, drop through the spine. Inhale down. Exhale up. And don't be shy about heading off to each side. Give it a little shake. And remember, if you are seated, you can still be doing this move. Arching that back. So get to work nice and strong. And I think it's so important in yoga is you listen to your body and don't come to these genetic moves. And release, so reset, and we're going to inhale in, exhale, send the hips over to one side, keeping the hands where they are. You should feel a nice stretch in your hips. Back up to centre, let's try the other side. Back to centre, so we've reset. We're going to extend the right arm all the way out and you're going to take your hips all the way back. So it's a big stretch in the underarm. Nice big breaths. And then see if you can switch the other arm, because you put forward, you want to feel the big stretch. and release, reset, coming off the wrists to rest them. Give them a little bit of care, stretching if you need to. Beautifully done. So we're going to take the right leg forward, put the foot nice and flat, and we're going to lean through it. And this is good for stretching off the Achilles, which is the back of the foot. Stretching off through the heel, through the calf. And then back to centre, and then come all the way through, stretch off the back of the leg. And then we can start building our core strength. So we can come up, all the way up, and all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Last time, so try and roll through. Good. And gently switch legs. Let's try the other side. So same thing, foot flat on the ground, tracking through the knees. There we go. Just give it a few breaths to loosen off. Make everything mobile. And then we sit back. Remember, each side's different, so you may feel this much different to the other side. And whenever you're ready, we can start using the core. So leaning in and coming back. Now, instantly, when I come up here, I can feel my hips, hip flexors on the opposite side a lot tighter on this one. So that's me just reflecting and noticing how my body feels. I'm not getting upset about it. I'm just acknowledging it. Nice and easy. Building that strength. And relax. Good. Shake it off. So we're going to really open up the body. We've done this little combination before and I absolutely love it, which is why we're doing it again, because it's so effective and one that you can do on your knees or by lifting the back foot. So round one, I'm going to stay on my knees. So I am here. I'm going to lean in, big stretch. And then once I've done that, I'm going to bring my knee up into cactus arms. Feeling it, I'm squeezing between the shoulder blades at the back. I'm then going to take my left hand onto the outside of my right knee, stretch my right hand behind. Then I'm going to take my left hand onto the ground, stretching up the way. I'm drawing the shoulder blade back, opening up. Twisting back to centre. And this time I'm going to stay high on that hamstring stretch. So last time we were away down here. This time I'm going to stay high and you'll feel it slightly different. More connection towards the glutes. Back to centre, swap sides. Okay, so round one, you go up, you're leaning as far in as you can. Really emphasising that stretch. Then we sit up, stacking the tummy and pelvis. We're here, squeeze the shoulder blades. Nice and strong. Then we twist over. Right hand to the back of the left knee. Left hand extends. Hand down to the ground, reaching up. Coming back to centre, reaching through, trying to stay high, lifting through. Don't worry if you end up down, that's fine. And reset. There you go. So that's your combination. I'm going to now show you it with the back leg lifted off the ground. you can choose to lift the leg or to keep the knee down, whatever you're feeling today. Remember, each day is different. And if you're seated, you've still got some beautifully big arm movements there that's going to be effective. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to curl my back toes and I'm leaning in. So it's a low lunge, my knees barely off the ground. I come up into cactus arms and then twist. Hand goes down. Coming back to center, straightening through. And I'm going to reset by coming onto the ground. Okay, let's go again, opposite side. Here I am. Curl the toes, I'm leaning in, barely lifting. I'm coming up to my cactus arms. I'm adding my twist. I'm taking my hand down, back to center, and reset. There we go. That's it. We're going to do it one more time. You pick where you want to be, whether it's seated, whether, the knee is down or the knee is lifted. And this time we're going to focus on adding in the breath. Sorry guys, you'll need to excuse me. I can feel I'm losing my voice, so I hope you can hear me okay. It's a bit croaky. So I will stay on my knee this round to do breath work, just because that's how my body's feeling today. So I'm listening to it as much as you guys. So into position, inhale in, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale arms. Inhale up, begin to twist, exhale release. Big stretch. Inhale, hand comes down, exhale stretch. Inhale to center, exhale straighten the front leg. Reset, other side. Don't worry if your breath is slower than mine or you need it a bit longer. Take your time, you can catch a breath in between, not a problem. So we're here, so inhale in, exhale lean in. Inhale, we begin to move, exhale, feel it. Inhale, twist, exhale, stretch. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale to center, exhale, stretch. And there we go. There we go. Nice and warm. Definitely feeling the benefits of that. So we're going to go down and lie on our tummies. If you're seated, you can still do all of our hand movements. We're going to go cobra, which is the elbows at the side. We'll do sphinx, which will be up here. And then we'll do upward dog, which is elbows back at the side, but a much larger move. Okay, so if you're seated, we've got you. Got you. So, whenever you're ready, if you can, come onto your tummies. There we go. Legs out, hands at the side of the chest. My elbows come tucked in. I inhale in, exhale, lifting through. Feeling it here, stretching off the back. Nice big breaths. And release down. Move my hands forward for sphinx. So the elbows come in line with the chest. Hands are forward. I inhale in, exhale, lifting up. So it's more of the mid-back you get here. Give my wee neck a wee twist. Definitely tight. I'm needing to book myself in for a massage, I think. Listening to my body and all that. So we're here for another breath. And release. Hands back down, elbows in, inhale in. Exhale, big move for your upward facing dog. Elbows to the back. Double jointed as they call it in my elbows, so please, or hypermobile. So please, when my elbows tuck in, This should be out. I'm working on it. And sit back into child's pose, nice and strong. And then back down we go. So we're going to work through those moves, one after the other, into a little flow. So hands on the side, inhale in, exhale, flow. Inhale down, transition your arms, exhale up. Inhale down, transition your arm, exhale up. Back down, let's go again. So inhale in, exhale cobra. Inhale down, exhale sphinx. Inhale down, exhale upward dog. Release. One last time, nice and strong. Inhale in, exhale cobra. Inhale in, exhale sphinx. Inhale in, exhale upward dog. And again into child's pose, just to counter it. And release. So coming into a nice seated position again. I've got tight hips. I'm bringing back my cushion. So the cushion, for those who might be joining us who's not done yoga with me before, if you come to a cross-legged position and your knees are way up here, it tends to mean you've got tight hips and you're needing a bit of help to loosen them off. Grab a cushion, whether it's just a normal cushion, a pillow, or I've got my meditation cushion here, and I plump my bum on it, and what it does is it opens up the hips and it helps the knees to go down, which will help you do the movement and ease them off, okay? Just a little tip, but as well, just for comfort, if some days you fancy it, take it. There's no hard and fast rules with yoga. As long as you're doing it safely, I'm a happy person. So what we're going to do is we're going to come together, feet together, open up the knees nice and wide, grabbing onto the ankles and see if you can lengthen through the spine. Don't want any rounded shoulders, so we're pulling the shoulders back. We're here. And then we're just going to pull ourselves forward and see if we can get our knees, our elbows on the outside of the knees, clasping the feet. Now don't worry if you're not quite here, not a problem whatsoever. But we're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And release. Nice and easy. Legs extended out. You're going to reach up and take a big forward fold. Tuck the chin down to the chest. Don't worry if you can't get your toes, bend your knees so that you can. It is that simple. You're here. And release. Bringing in the right knee, bending the right knee, bringing in the right foot, and see if you can place it on top of the left. Lengthen up once again, so you're nice and tall, feeling the stretch. And connect back to the breath. And release. Let's try the other side. So extend the right leg back out, hug in the left, hug it in, and then see if you can take the foot on top of the right. Definitely tighter on this side for me, but that's okay. Get up nice and tall, and don't be shy about what else is needing to move. Really start noticing, what else do I need to move to feel good? We're not robots. We can't just come into these rigid poses and then suddenly sit still like the perfect Instagram yoga photo. It's not who we are. It's not how we're meant to move, okay? So have fun with it and relax. So it's time for our relaxation. I'm going to stay seated just because my voice, as you can hear, is croaky enough today. So lying down will not help that. So find a comfortable space. You can lie down, you can sit up, whatever suits. You can grab your blankets, grab your pillows. But whenever you arrive there, close your eyes. And let's take the biggest breath that you've taken so far today. Inhaling in. And a huge exhale out. And just allow yourself some time to transition from moving to being seated and relaxing. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to begin our reflection. And one of my favourite ways to learn to reflect is to imagine a river in front of you. Beautiful flowing river, and you can see it flowing. And then there's this area of space where it's completely still. And really allow yourself to immerse in this space, remembering the smells of the river, the sounds of the running water. Perhaps you feel the gentle breeze on your skin. But whenever you feel comfortable, look into that still space of water and notice your reflection staring back. And take a moment to notice you. Notice the physical features from your eyes. Are they tired? Are they alive? Do they look bright? To the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, those beautiful lines, those perfect imperfections that we all have. Any freckles, moles, scars. Notice it all. But try to notice it with kindness, with acceptance. This is who I am. And this person is beautiful. Remember that each one of us is unique for a reason, and we should embrace that beauty. And as you stare into your reflection, begin to reflect a bit deeper within. So we begin to see past the physical and look within and look at the things that we feel. I hope more uplifted since our yoga practice. But do not worry if there's still some feelings of whatever's going on in your life. It's perfectly normal and understandable that these things will weigh heavy on our hearts. But also begin to reflect on the things that make us special and unique, our incredible traits, the things we're good at, the things we try hard at, and maybe the things that we need to work on. There's nothing wrong with accepting we all have areas we need to do better in. Some areas we'll want to work on, other areas it's maybe irrelevant. I want to work on not stressing out so much, and that's an area I will work on. I would also like to be better at maths, but that's an area it's not really going to be relevant. Algebra, don't need it anymore. But I've accepted that. So there are always parts in the life where we're maybe not good at something, or it's particularly difficult for us and we don't need to worry about it again. But then there will be areas that we do want to work on so that we can become better versions of ourselves. So just have a look at all those things. Take time to pause and reflect on who you are, the things you've got going on. And then think about the day that you've had. And if you're doing this practice in the morning, think about yesterday. And just ask yourself if it was a true reflection on who you are and how you wish to live your life. Or are there areas that you're going to focus a bit more on? Are there areas you could have reacted differently to, handled a bit different? Or are there areas you're super proud of how you handled? Whatever it is to you, just think back. Take this moment to reflect. We're not staying in the past. We're just reflecting so that we can take our lessons and experiences forward. And once you've done reflecting, just have some gratitude for being able to share this moment with yourself, because you've learned so much and came a long way that you now have the capacity to think back and reflect. So as the days and weeks go on, take the time out just to reflect on the days that you've had. Reflect on the positives and the areas that we do need to do a little bit of work on. But don't stay there, take the lessons and move. Then whenever you're ready, draw the hands at the heart, gently bow your head for a namaste. And you can stay here as long as you like. I look forward to joining you once again for another yoga.